Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is me going with Q4 of the weekly contest 433 minimum steps to convert string with operations. Hit the like button, subscribe button, join me on Discord, let me know what you think about this one. Honestly, this one wasn't that bad. I think I overanalyzed this, tried to solve this a little bit with too much dynamic programming. There is a dynamic component, but keeping in mind that n is 100, so we should be able to do a lot of things. I think the other honest problem with this problem, issue with this problem, is that this problem is just like very confusing to read, if you ask me. But that said, I think it's still a little bit awkward to read now, even though I know how it works, so I don't know. But the idea here is that, okay, you have one reverse that you can do, or one replace and one swap. But keep in mind that replace and a swap, you never really want to, I mean, you can do both. You could swap and then replace, but that's the same as to replace. So that means that you essentially you never want to do both. But actually, it's not so bad because there's a greedy way to do the swap and the replace and get to choose. The idea there is that for a given substring, if you could replace, so you could replace, if two characters are not the same, you can replace, right? Basic, right? I mean, or you could swap, but you know how you can, and the thing with swap is that swap is always better than a replace, right? One swap is equal to two replace, so that means that you always want to swap. And there's a very easy condition for swapping, right? That is literally is strictly better. And if you have meet the condition, which is that, well, the two characters are the same but in different place. So with that said, all you have to do is just keep track of things that you can swap and then replace with a given substring. And then there's this reverse thing, but it turns out because n is so small, you can actually do the same thing that I said. You could do the algorithm with replace and swap, and then just brute force whether you reverse or not. Keeping in mind that for a given substring, you can reverse only once anyway. So that's basically the core part of this idea. And so it's going to be DP with greedy. Okay, so let's go over the solution real quick with what I mean. My naming is terrible because these are contest code, but basically this is just equal to given it an index, what is the cost to match what's it, word 1 of index to word 2 of index, right? So this is like a suffix, or you want the suffix from the index on, right, to get the thing, and the cost is going to be recursively just given chunk of one substring here and then get the cost of that substring. So like I said, the naming of things are terrible. My apologies, these are contest code. But basically brute force, and I say brute force in quotes because this is DP, or the ways to chop up substring, right? Right? So basically you go, okay, well, if it goes from index to j plus 1, index to j plus 2, ... right? And so this is the remaining suffix, while this is the cost of the cost of the substring to convert them to match, right? Because now that we chunk off a substring, we want the word 1 of that substring and the word 2 of that substring to match. And that's where we have this goTo function, which I already wrote, so I'm going to just copy and paste, right? I don't know why. I mean, now I don't need this anymore because I wrote this in a funky dynamic programming way, which actually end up being more wrong than the greedy way. For a test case where like you want to do two swaps. If you want to do two swaps where like you want to swap the A's and the B's, like meaning this one with this one and this one with this one. My dynamic program actually did not handle it, so yeah. But like I said, you actually could do it with greedy, right? And this is the way that I keep track of the greedy. It's not perfect per se, but yeah. But the idea here is that, okay, if the characters are not the same, I just have a frequency table of how much the reverse is matched, right? And what this is saying is that, okay, let's say this character is AB, right? Then now we're looking up, okay, how many, so where AB means that in word 1, the character is A, in word 2, character is B, so I just call it AB for lookup. And then now on the lookup, we go, okay, well, is there, in the past, did we have a mismatch in which this is a B, this is a A, meaning BA, right? So we want to match AB and BA, and if they match, then we, well, use one up, so decrement, count the one more operation, and then we're good to go. And then the idea here is that, okay, well, if we operations are the numbers that match, and then the things that don't match, well, we need to take one operation each to do an update operation, right? So I try to scroll up because that's where use the problems is. But yeah, we place, I guess I call it update, but we place the characters for each of them, so that's why you just sum up the leftovers, and that will give you, you know, so no reverse number of operations to match. And here is another function where I go to, but reverse by go to R. And honestly, this is exactly the same idea. This is the go to R. And it is just the same, except for, same as go to, except for matching word 1 from left to right, +1 I think actually, to word of 2 left, right, +1. But reversing, but using an reverse operation, right, on word 1, but I think it doesn't really matter if you do it on word 1, word 2 logically because it's symmetric, right? And honestly, this is exactly the same as the thing that we have here, right? Except for that, you know, if you have, you know, I'm counting from the, so I'm assuming that word 1 is reversed. I thought I had some comments here actually, but yeah, so basically, yeah, word 1 goes from left to right, word 2 goes from right to left, and then that's basically it, right? So I have this offset thing going from left to right, and then just match them on one by one, and then using the same idea with, you know, counting how many we've seen before in the reverse order, add operations, keep track of stuff, return the number of operations, and keeping in mind that, I mean, yeah, I guess you can put it inside it, but I have a +1 here for the reverse operation, and then the cost of just matching them after we reverse them, even though I guess we can put one +1 here as well. I don't know. But yeah, but as you can see, this is linear, right? Going from left to right. This is linear, right? But there's going to be left. Yeah, right? But of course, what is the complexity, right? Well, for here, index goes from 0 to n, right? Each input takes O of n time, so total time is O of n squared, right? Total space is O of n1. Oops, O of n. Why did I say it like that? That was weird. Okay, fine, right? N squared O of n. Here, right, left goes from 0 to n, right roughly goes from 0 to n, say, with big O, doesn't matter, technically it's left to right, right? Each input takes O of n time, roughly, technically left minus right, but which is going to be O of n, so total time is O of n cubed, right? And that's it. And the same thing here, I'm not going to write it out, I mean, it's literally the same code, we just kind of do the math backwards in here, right? So yeah, and that's it. That's all I have for this one. Let me know what you think. The tricky part is the greedy part, I think, because I was trying to do too much DP. But after that, everything is straightforward, because you can only reverse once, so you just have to kind of factor that in. And yeah, let's show you this code. Oh, I actually forgot to cache clear the reverse one. Thank goodness that still worked out okay. But yeah, here's this code. Here's the regular matching with all the random comments, and here's the reverse matching, same thing except for the index in reverse. And that's it. That's all I have for this one. Let me know what you think. And yeah, you could watch me solve it live in the contest now. But okay, let's go. Q4, minimum steps to convert string to operation. I have an hour left, exactly an hour left, so we'll see. Reverse substring. So okay, so you have either what is an operation? Operation is okay. No single name, maybe. For each character of each substring can be used in each type of operation at most once. Okay, I see. So that's why you have the substring thing. N is okay. N is 100. As you go, is interesting. I think a lot of it's going to be pre-processing to figure out the operations, and then it just becomes. Well, then it's not so bad after that, but in theory, so then it's just a lot of pre-processing, right? Because the DP is pretty straightforward if you have all the things operated. So then you have something like I guess they have to be the same, right? Okay. Oh, there's a replace. So then now the replace costs, right? So then now maybe I do something like, okay, so, okay, can replace. So for n in range sub, start n, and then this is just if word one, I want to say something like delta is equal to 0 for j in, oh no, I could, it's rolling, right? I don't need to do it that way. So then now, okay, so delta is actually here, right? So then if word of 1 n is not equal to word 2 of n, then now we increment delta. If delta is greater than 1, we break, because then we can't do the replace. Otherwise, if delta is, I mean, then we just do, then start n can be good. So then now replace is good. Replace start n is equal to true, or something like that, right? So maybe we write something like, yeah. Something like that, right? Okay. And then now the other one is swap. Swap's a little bit trickier, right? It's gonna be the same idea though, right? We have right, so then now, okay, so if it's not the same, then what happens? Then now, okay, swap is equal to none, and then if they're not the same, then we want to say swap is equal to maybe this, but only if, so okay, so that means that, okay, if it's the same, it's fine. If not, and then maybe like a swap done is equal to false. Then okay, so then now if swap is none, then we just set this. Else, we want to say if word 2 of n is equal to swap of 0, and word 1 of n is equal to swap of 1, then swap done is equal to true, and then yeah, if it's not, then we break, because that means that, you know, there's no bueno. Otherwise, oh yeah, and this is if not swap none, not swap none, done, and this, right? That's why we had it there. Okay. Otherwise, yeah. Technically, I guess if you have a swap, then this is already replaced, so I don't know. But we can just write if swap done, then we can do swap start and is equal to true. Though I guess technically you can always, like, I don't know. Okay, so kept it n square, I think. Maybe they're wrong, but I think it's roughly fine. Okay, so and then now reverse substring. Guess that's the tricky one, right? Maybe we. I mean, it's just like oh, this is bad. I mean, this is just like n cubed, so that should be pretty fine, right? Because then now it's if word one start to n plus 1 is equal to I guess we'll flip this one. Is equal to word 2 of start to n plus 1. Then reverse is true, so then we can just reverse of start n is equal to true. Right, so then what the and then now it's just dp, right? So then here we have index, right? So if index is equal to n, then we return true, we're done. Oh wait, the minimum operation, so actually we return 0, we're done. Otherwise we yeah, just try it all, right? So for j in range from index to n, so then now it is if we place from index to j, then we can yeah, best is equal to infinity. Best is equal to in best and then go of j plus 1, right? Yeah, j plus 1 plus 1. That's why I was confused. As one operation, and then if swap of index of j, I guess this is actually all the same, right? Or reverse, and then that's it. And then yeah. And then the answer is 442, but I'm getting no idea. Tuple index out of bounds. Huh? I don't know if some of these may be keywords, I guess. But okay, string does not have line 35. Oh, what? Swap is equal to this. Oh, because I used double swap. Current. That is bad, Larry. Okay, 466. 442. So definitely not the min. Oh yeah, because we took these things out. Okay. I mean, yeah, because I don't know. That's why the 446 still. Okay, the 4 and 4 is good. 6 not so much. What is the idea here? Did I misunderstand this problem? I guess I did. Because you can do 2 operations on 1 substring. I think I'm clearly I was very confused. I thought you can only do 1 operation on 1 substring. But okay, each of these kinds, each character of each substring can be used in each type of operation at most once. I see. What does a single index mean? Oh, swap. I thought each substring can be selected once. I think that's the part that I'm kind of trying to understand what they're asking for with respect to. So I don't know. I guess I just messed up. But okay. Single index can be a replace, a swap, or a reverse. I mean, reverse just. I don't know. This is so weird. Okay, so you do a reverse, and then you do a swap of C and A. Okay. I don't know that I understand it, honestly, now. Okay, I have to think about it, though. I mean, I think the pre-process still may be okay, but well, I don't know, because reverse doesn't even make sense anymore. If you could do stuff like that. I mean, and cube is fine, so maybe we still am fine, but... I feel a lot of weird problem on this one. But... Huh. Maybe I should look at all the examples first. Yeah, well. Okay. So definitely we wasted a lot of time. But that's okay. How would I do that then? I mean, the answer is actually pretty straightforward. It's just more DP, right? It is, yeah, okay, alright. Okay, I totally misunderstood this problem, so okay. But here it is just, yeah, this, and then it is... I don't know how to I mean, this part I do, right? Just like another go to or whatever from index to J, right? So then now we have another function that's like from left to right, and we want to calculate from left to right what is the min, right? And so there, the reversing part is kind of tricky actually, but maybe not. Maybe not. We just have to not do it twice, right? Can we do it twice anyway? So that means that if you reverse, then you cannot reverse anything in the substring again, I think. It's not clear that, okay. Right, so... Okay, I think I get it. So then okay, so... if word 1 of left is equal to word 2 of left, then one possible answer is just we don't do anything and we skip, right? Because there's no operation. It's a substring, but you don't care. So you can just say best is f min of go to left plus 1, right? And then the other thing would have been Okay, so that's that, and then the other is to swap. Swap is a little bit confusing though. Maybe not. Maybe we just kind of do it in a consistent way, which is okay. Let's also combine this so that we have right, left, right, -1, straightforward stuff. So then now best cases or base case is actually if this is this, then we just return 0, maybe. We'll see. That's the base case. We got rid of all the characters. Otherwise, okay. So that's if they're equal to shrimp off. And then now you only want to swap from the beginning and the end. So that would give us all the possibilities. So then now we want to say if one of left is equal to word2 of right and word2 of word1 of right is equal to word2 of left, then now swap. So then you have left +1, right -1, +1 for one move, and of course you have to put best in there. What are you doing? Okay, and then the other is just changing one character. So yeah, we can always change. Though I guess we'll put a filter for if they're not equal to same, because why not? Left plus what am I doing? +1 right, +1 for change, and then if we're I don't know if I need this, but I do want to. I don't know. It's consistent with the things that I've been doing, so maybe I don't need this, but it doesn't hurt, I suppose, right? So this is another change, and then now the hard part is the reverse, right? So then now go to reverse. It's going to be just left, right? We just have to do the math again, and then we just +1, and then we return best. Because once you reverse, you can't do anything with any of the characters on reversing again anyway. So we have go reverse 2R, oops, left, right, same base case. The only thing that's different really is that we cannot go reverse again, but also just all these cases that I'm going to copy and paste. We'll have to go through them. Okay, so that means that if left is equal to right, then we do this. Okay, so actually let me be consistent actually. Word 1 goes from right to left, word 2 goes from left to right. The equivalent as long as you're consistent. So that means that, okay, so that means that the first character is going to be alright, and then we go from, right, okay, right, and then now first so then now we're able to be consistent with our indexing, right, and then the swap is actually funny, because then now we could do this. Yeah, I think this is right. And then change. So then now the first character of word 1. Oh, I have to go. These are all reverse version of this. So I have to let me just fix these anyway. Okay. But where were we? We were swap. No, we did swap this one, and then this is left. It's not even right, and okay. Let's give a spin. 3, 4, 4. Alright, well, I mean, still not great though, because great would be if it is correct. The 3 is not good. Actually, it's better than expected, which is not great at all. Minimum number of operations. Huh. How did I get 3? Am I adding one in all the right places? Oh, no, this is right. Okay, so this is if nothing happens, and we just remove. This is swap, and then now in the reverse, it should be okay though, right? Maybe. I mean, me being 3 is actually kind of more concerning. I think there is a case in which I'm not quite sure how to do, honestly, now that I think about it, because you can do like A, B, B. I mean, I'm writing it in a way that A matches with A and then B matches with B. How do you do 2 swaps, right? Each character of each substring can be used in each type of operation at most once. I don't know what that means. What does this mean? What are they saying? How come they can't speak English? Each of these counts as one operation, that's fine. Each character of each substring can be used in each type of operation at most once. No single index can be involved more than one replace, one swap. Is it like combined one replace, one swap, or one reverse? Or it's just not, because like one reverse, every, like here, you could say that every index is involved in one reverse, and then there's a swap afterwards. This problem is so like, I don't know, but people are able to read it correctly and solve it quickly, you know. So I don't know. I'm just so confused. And how did I get 3 though? What's it? Why does it think 3 is enough? So let's say we reverse. So what is this reverse? FDCBA. So then, okay. So it still should be 4. I don't. Okay. Let's say we remove the reverse for now. Then what is the answer? It's 4. So the reverse is giving me a better answer for some reason. What is it reversing? Left, right, plus 1. How much time do I have left? I have 40 minutes left, which should be enough if I'm not dumb. But I am dumb, so we'll see. Yeah, 4, 4 is 1. That is probably right. Wait, what? 4, 4 is 1 because you have to change it. Okay, fine. Yeah, and here that guarantees that. I don't know what this means. Like, can you do a replace and then a swap? I think that I mean, you probably wouldn't do both, but it is very awkward phrasing. 3, 3 is 1. 3, 4 is 2. On the reverse, is it though? No, because it's already reversed. So yeah, okay, fine. Maybe that's right. We just have to do 2 changes. Okay, fine. 2, 2 is 0. I don't know. This is not super helpful. Like there's so many states that debugging is just annoying. Meanwhile, I'm not even getting this though. Maybe I should debug this first. Why is this no bueno? Why am I not getting? Why am I getting 4? So die. Okay, 0 is 4, 1 is 4. 1 is 4 is a little bit weird actually. Maybe not. Okay, so you have 1 character left. Okay, 4 is 2. Okay, fine. 3 is 3, which is maybe also fair. But this should be going here, right? So here, print left, right, go to or left, right, right? Then here should be 0 and 5. Reverse is giving me 3. In theory, reverse should be giving, well, just 1, right, for the swap. So why does it not go to here? Or here? Well, this is very wrong. I probably did something weird. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that was definitely wrong, though. I don't know how to fix it, but alright. So basically, no. I mean, this is. I think this is right. I mean, it was definitely wrong before. Did I have swap wrong the other place too? No, this is right, but I think this I got it weird. Okay, that's good. Still wrong, unfortunately. Still 5 is still 3. And that doesn't even include the +1. Why? Alright, let's try something even really dumb. ABC, CBA. Does that give me 1? Ah, okay, so that's good. And then now maybe I do CBB, so then that should be 2, right? Maybe? Okay, so that's still 1 is definitely not the right answer. Oh no. Yeah, no, that is definitely not the right answer. 0 to 2 should not be 0. That makes no sense at all. CPP. So then now you look at the first one, the second one, and then A and B. Oh, my indexings are really wrong. Okay, my reverse is just wrong because I do not keep track of the other thing. So we need another state. That's why. We need another state to keep track. Okay, well, that's probably right. Okay, I mean, okay, so there was some funky thing. Okay. It would explain all the funky things. So here maybe we do the length, we just do the +1. That would make it make sense a little bit in the sense that, yeah. So length is the true left. Okay, now do the math. Maybe this is like the first. Let's just say this is first. Then now this is going to be left. Right. Okay. What does the first mean? The first true left. Okay. I mean that would make sense. And then now this is why this is n cubed instead of n squared, which would be a little bit too efficient. Okay. So then what does this mean? Okay. I mean I thought that it didn't matter, but first. So okay. So it goes from right to left, but not really. Right. It goes from. Okay, so let's say it goes from 1 to 10. Let's say left right is 10 and the first is 1, right? So that means that when you go from 2 and then now you recursive to 2 to 10, it's going to be 2 to 10 to 1 to 9 on the right side on the word 1. Okay, so then it's just the offset. Well, it's the left offset, but it's not the. We still also want to have right offset. So I don't know how that is going to work out without n to the 4th type thing. I mean, I guess you could do the math. Right? No, because you still have. Oh, no. Because you can't do the math on that way. That is way hard. No, because you have. Do you have to do the right side? Yes, because. Okay, so reverse is definitely harder than I anticipate. Okay, let me think. Slow down, think about this. Okay. We need something like this, something as an anchor. Because basically you want the left right on the top side and the left right on word 2. So because this is not okay. In theory you want this, but then now you have to try to figure out a way to, because that's too many, right? That's n. Is it? No, it's too many. So then now can you express one in terms of the other? I mean, the only operation that really mess things up are reverse, right? The other ones we don't need the reverse to do it. I don't know what all this I don't know what this means until I get more wrong answers. I think that's the problem. Like all the single index. Um, hmm. And not doing so well with this contest, but hmm. I thought I could do it that way, but clearly not. Because then now how do you, like you have to keep track of the true left and the true right to begin with. Do you? Yes, because in theory, if you remove the first 9 up, and then first 9 of those, huh? Because you have to keep track of what the true left is and the true right, the boundary for these things. All right. Well, I have no idea then. All right, let's think. All right. So this is just standard-ish without the reverse. Can I simplify the reverse? I think the problem is I don't think I understand the problem still, because it's like so hard to understand how to read this. Like, what is the reverse thing? So it can be in replace and swap, though you wouldn't do swap and replace at the same time, or at least, yeah, I don't think you would do that at the same time. So you either do a swap or a replace, which is what I was trying to do. Once you do, what is this? What does the reverse mean? Reverse substring, but like, how does the, like, once you reverse, you wouldn't want to reverse again anyway. That's one, but I'm also just confused. Like, what are they like? What are the conditions? Am I interpreting it right? Even? I mean, the replace thing is easy. The swap thing is hard. Maybe. Maybe? Maybe it's not that hard. Maybe because now that you don't have a choice. Maybe I don't have to solve this with DP. Is that the idea? It's just that now we just count the number of different characters or something like that, right? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But that means that for I in range of left, right plus 1, if word 1 of I is not equal to word 2 of right minus I or something, right? No, okay, well. Alright, let's just say offset is equal to from 0. And then this is minus left, and then now this is just left plus offset, and this is right minus offset. And they're inclusive, so it's kind of fine, even though there's a way awkward. So if this is not the same, then we count the number. I'm really bad at math. So then here, maybe we could say something like f of word 1 of this. I'm going to do this in a very dumb way, but increment by 1, right? Or maybe just, yeah, I mean, okay, now I see it. Okay, fine. So then operations is equal to 0. Maybe in set. Am I doing it? Like, why does it, Am I off by 1 on my indenting? Why is it like this? What happened? I'm so confused. Why is it like auto? Like, why is that my? I think Leetcode is just messing with me at this point, honestly. Like, why is it like why is it off by 1 space? Where's this? Okay. Leetcode, I hate everything about. I don't know. Why are these lines wrong? Is it this one? Is it because I had it wrong earlier? Maybe I had it wrong earlier, and then it's just off by thing in one place, and then now everything is off. Alright, well, still blame it on Leetcode. Okay, so then now, okay, we have a set is equal to set, right? Or maybe even F. Okay, I guess I did have that right. So then, right? And then we could match it later, really, honestly. Right, so then now, okay, fine, right? So if f of the opposite of this, probably should use a helper, honestly, but if the opposite of this is greater than 0, then we decrement this and ops increment by 1. Otherwise, we take this thing and we increment it. And then at the end, we just return operations plus sum of f of values. I think is enough. Something like that, maybe? Yeah, I know the intent doesn't match thing because it's very confusing. I don't know what happened to all the intents. Alright, let's see. Hopefully this one's right. Okay, yeah, we have to change it back. So basically that's like greedy, right? 4, 4, 4422. I guess we are good. 4422. I guess we are good. I guess that, I don't know if that rhymes. Okay, let's give a quick submit. Well, was hoping. What's this wrong on? I put 3, but so there's a better answer. How much time do I have left? I have 22 or 20 minutes left. Okay, so we have this. What is this reverse? DCBA. So that doesn't seem like that would be better, right? Because and then 2 swaps, so that's 3. That sounds. Oh, but they expected 2. What is 2? Oh, 2 is just A B. No, wait, what? A and C and B and D, so that's 2. Okay. Oh, this is what I was at. Okay, so this is the case where I was saying earlier, where we have A B, because you do that through swap, and this is where the dynamic programming I wasn't sure about. And then, sure enough, that is the problem. Okay, but I think now, if we're not doing a reverse, we're convinced that we could do the same thing here, right? Maybe? Okay. Let's just say I1 is equal to left plus offset, because that was too much typing. I2 is equal to right minus offset, and then now, yeah, if word 1 of I1 is not equal to word 2 of I2, then yeah, we see if plus word 2 of I2. No, you want to reverse. So if they're not the same, you see if the reverse exists. Yeah, okay. If this is greater than 0, then, well, else. Okay, and then now this is just going to be not reversing, and then it is ops plus sum of f dot values again. And let's see. Okay, now we have 2. Is the answer right for this, or I don't think so, right? Because I think there's some 4s in here. All right. Oh, I'm dumb. This is, I reversed it by accident. I'm just like copy and pasting from the code mentally. So yeah. So that doesn't make sense, right? So this is I1, right? So it's just I1 all around. Okay, fine. I mean, technically you don't even need the 1 and the I1, but let's just see if it works first. 44222. I think that's right? What's the wrong answer? It's corrected 2. I submit. 444. Okay. Yeah. I mean, definitely no Gucci, but really weird problem. Honestly, okay. I mean, I think I just didn't understand what the problem was asking for a long time, as you saw. I don't know how I feel about it, honestly, because I feel like I could have done better. I could have also done worse. I think Q4 was an awkward one in general. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me in Discord. Let me know what you think about this contest, this video, these problems, everything in between. Stay good, stay healthy, do good mental health. I'll see y'all later. Take care. Bye-bye.